I just released my 2022 state convention report, and it's longer than I expected. It's 4 pages, but I still tried to make it relatively concise. The first page is just an overview of some general concepts and an example of a resolution. This is one of my resolutions. And, you know, I don't know what I'm thinking about. Resolutions are that's like the majority of of what we're working on in these conventions. Resolutions are a language that you would like adopted into the party's official platform. So I've included one on here so you can see kind of what they look like. This is just one example. There are other ways to draft resolutions. I almost said revolutions again. What's going on in here? But that's the first page. The second page is all about the process of making it to the state convention, because there's a process. So there are precinct conventions, Senate district conventions, and then you can get to the state convention. And there are ways there's like a procedure and there's a way that they operate the conventions. It's typically operated using Robert's Rules of Order. However, the party, the committees can actually decide how they're going to run these conventions, and it doesn't always adhere exactly to Robert's Rules of Order, but for the most part, they're using Robert's Rules of Order. The types of things that you'll be doing in the conventions are probably calling points of information, points of order, making motions, and calling questions. So, point of information is a clarification on any given subject. If you don't understand something, you can say, Chairman, I'd like to be Chairman, I'd like to be recognized for a point of information. I'm getting tired. A point of order is a similar thing, but it's whenever you say, hey, I think whatever just happened was out of order, whether it's another delegate or the chairman doing something weird. You can say, Chairman, I'd like to be recognized for a point of order. I think you just messed everything up. That's what a point of order kind of is. A motion, you can motion to amend. If you don't like the wording on something, you can make a motion to amend. You can make a motion to suspend the rules. If the chairman says, hey, what you're doing is against the rules. Rules say we have to do this. You can say, well, I want a motion to suspend the rules so that we can do this other thing. That's something you can do. You can call the question, which forces a vote on a given subject, suspending any further debate. That can be a pain in the ass. Stuff like that is what you'll be doing. You'll be doing voice votes. So you say ayes or nays or whatever, and then that's kind of how you vote. And whoever's louder wins. So I go through that process of getting into the state delegate. Then I move on to the experience overall. Had a lot of fun. Learned a lot. Talk about the events prior to the convention day, which is when most of the deliberations happen. You want to get any resolutions you have to all the committee members in your Senate district, and then do it again in the state convention. Send them an email and print one out for each committee member. There's multiple committees. You need platform, you need legislative priorities, and you need resolutions committees. All of them, every one of those committees, all the members need to have a copy of your resolution. That's your best shot at getting it through. Then you need to sign up and go and testify at each one of those committees, which can be tricky because they're all convened at the same time. So if you can split yourself 3 ways, do that. If you can't do that, try to find like-minded delegates and y'all can unify on certain issues, okay? Because you need to get most of it ironed out before the actual convention day. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the ass actually getting your language passed through. Okay. We went pretty hard on Rule 44. We tried really hard to get our amendment to Rule 44 through. It's Bill Eastland's amendment. Rule 44 is already in existence. It's the censure rule. We just wanted to add an amendment or a provision in there that says that if you're censured, then your county party has the right to ban you from filing on the next primary ballot or your House district or whatever. Like, county party chairs can get together and do that. Well, believe it or not, the establishment rhinos don't want us to ban them from filing on the next primary ballot. So they did this real fun thing where they took the provision that we had submitted out of the majority report, forcing the delegates to do what's called a minority report and ask for that to be adopted or substituted for the majority report. Well, then the rhinos came through and called the question before we were able to fully debunk the lies related to it. And I go over some of that in this report. So we didn't get what we wanted because the Empire did not want that. Then I go over the platform items that were adopted. They're all, most of them, I mean, they're pretty good. I'll go over the actual platform tomorrow. I've got it. So keep an eye out for that. My biggest report that I have yet to release, because I've been taking my time with it, I really want to get it right. It's my Dallas County primary report, and it is a fucking doozy, okay? Like, it's it's crazy, okay? Crazy people. But there's a lot of good people in Dallas that are doing a lot of good, and I really want to make sure to get it right for their sake, because Dallas, nobody knows this. Well, some people know it, but like sometimes I make sweeping statements and I don't know. Not many people know how much the Patriots in Dallas have been doing. They're working really hard and they've gotten a lot of stuff done. In my opinion, it's excellent progress. Like, Dallas is set to lead by example, and I'm really, really proud. Harris County can go straight back to hell, but Dallas is worth saving. And I can't wait to release this report. One of the best elections investigators in the country is in Dallas, and he's helped me compile this report. So keep an eye out for that. As usual, all of my reports are available on takingbacktexas.org for free. They're in PDF, downloadable PDF format if you so desire. Or you can just, I think if your screen's big enough, you can just read it on your screen. So, yep. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.